All right, Cody, this is the 31G Momentum 2025. It is a different stock number. We had two of them. I know I mentioned that. This one's definitely a little bit cleaner, so I just wanted to switch you over to this one. Actually, we've had this one right here, the one we quoted you on, that we've been showing for a long time. So this one's always been opened and walked through. And when I came out to this one, it was actually closed up completely. And the other thing too on this one, we had a good little rain last night, and somebody left the garage door open. The doors are all closed in the back, but it definitely got a little bit of water on there. So I figured this one is definitely the fresher of the two. So I'm going to switch your paperwork over to this stock number. The pricing and everything will be the same. But just wanted to do a quick little walk around for you, since I know you might not actually come here and see it. I'll walk you through some of these compartments kind of quick. That's your basically your wet bay. You got a little outdoor shower. You can clean stuff off, clean off some pets. Black tank flush, city water connection, cables for park cables, satellite, stuff like that. Disconnect and connect your battery. You had asked about this. That is your generator, and that's actually gas powered. This tank in the rear has a fuel station, so you can fill up your toys and stuff like that, but it'll actually pull from that fuel station and use that fuel to power this. So it does already have a generator. Back of your furnace, on-demand hot water heater. That's your tank flush. One thing about the hot water heater is it will work only off of propane, so it'll give you all the hot water you want, but it's going to pull just from propane. Also makes it nice that they are 20-pound tanks. The propane tanks are 20-pounders, and you can take those down to a gas station and get them swapped out. That's the fuel system I was telling you about. You can turn it on and off from back here to use it, and then you can also measure how full it is. So you fill it up there just like you're filling up a vehicle, and then there's a little pump right there so you can fill up your toys. But you'll turn it on and off right over here. It's always going to go off when it's empty. It's a good little unit. I think dry weight's right around 10,000 pounds. And there's a switch to turn on the LED lights on the front cap too, which is pretty sweet. It is a power tongue jack. A little light switch there for when you're backing up at night. The jacks on this are manual. Grand Design kind of likes to put a lot more money in the construction. So things like power tongue jacks and stuff like that, I mean, anybody could buy those and install them. So they just use manual tongue jacks. I always tell people it saves weight, saves a little bit of money, and all you need is the right drill bit on that thing and a cordless drill, and you can bring those things up and down in no time. Do have a little bit of storage. What's leaking right here is I just turned the AC on, so you'll get a little runoff from the AC. This is just another storage bay here. Whatever you put in there will have forced air coming through that vent, so it won't stay hot and muggy out here. You will come with a tire pressure monitor gauge that you can put in your truck, so you can check the tire pressure while you're driving. And you can also disconnect the solar panels, which are already on top, and the inverter. Got a little outlet here to plug in a TV or maybe an electric grill or something like that. And then if you ran cable into the coach and you wanted to run cable out of the coach to the TV, then that's the out for the cable. And speaking of cable, I don't know how many people actually use cable anymore. I would recommend you get like some type of Wi-Fi or Starlink or something like that, and then just get that really sweet Wi-Fi. So I got the awning open. You got the LED lights there. I'll walk you to the back and kind of see back at the top. There's one there and one there. Those are your two solar panels. Walk inside. I know you'd mentioned the bathroom. Bathroom's fairly good size. I'm about 5'9". Wish I was about 200 pounds. They're all about 225. I'm sitting on the potty right now, not even close to where the door goes. And I'm a big fan of making sure there's AC vents in the bathroom, because no one likes to be doing the business while you're like all hot and sweaty in here. And then the black vents down there are where the heat will come out whenever you run the furnace. So you do have a little bit of storage here. You got a mirror here. Not the biggest sink in the world, but a sink. Shower's good size. I love that they don't use a cheesy curtain because that always gets water in the floor. You got one of these here. It's like a vinyl almost, and then water won't get out of the floor there. So bedroom here. You got two little storages up there. You got a couple little stands to put phones and stuff like that. And then you have some drawers here. The drawers down here I don't really think are going to store a whole lot, but you could put maybe linens and stuff like that, maybe some shoes or something like that in there. These drawers right here aren't too bad. And that's kind of like your deeper space. You got a little bar up there to hang like your shirts and stuff like that. And then that's just your breaker box and fuse panel. What's nice about this unit is you do have two ACs. They both are tied to the roof racetrack system, the vents. So you're going to have two ACs pushing air through those vents. A lot of companies will boast about, oh, we have two ACs, but only one AC is tied to the vents and the other one is just a cheap AC that just shoots air straight down. And they're really loud. Right now I have both ACs on, and I would say you could probably hear me pretty well. So your kitchen area, you got a 3-burner cooktop, stove, a little pull-out drawer down here, microwave. I mean, just all kinds of cabinets. All their front cabinets are all real wood. Fridge-wise, 2-door fridge does have, and it's a 12-volt. So as long as this thing is plugged in and the battery's charged, the fridge will go. The panels on top, all they really do is trickle charge the house battery. But with the amount of charge they'll do from those panels to the battery, you could go on road trips and stuff like that, and the fridge will stay running. Over here is your control panel for your awnings, your 2 slides, all your lights and stuff like that. You can check your battery levels, your freshwater tank levels, black tank levels. Thank God they're all low. If they weren't, then that would mean that someone was being sneaky out here. Also turn on your generator from in here as well. And you can monitor how much fuel you have in the fuel tank. So a lot of stuff they do to these things make it pretty easy. And so you'll operate your sound system. It's a Rockford Fosgate, so pretty cool sound system. You can also hook that up to Bluetooth, so you can listen to Amazon Music or whatever you're listening to, and you can use the Bluetooth. You can listen to it through the speakers in here. Big ass subwoofer. You want to piss the neighbors off. And then you also got the 2 speakers on the outside, so you can listen to it on the outside. TV is on a swivel. Couch is over here. It does have a little blue light thing on the bottom, or on the cup holders. And I believe you just reach in there, pull it out, and you can extend those out for your legs. Flip that down, rest your cups. You got a little outlet in here, and then a C and a USB charge port. So pretty cool. And then you can sit right over here, watch the TV. You can angle that TV out so it's a little more towards that way. I'm getting into the garage. That's one of your AC things as well. Good sized pantry. The shelves are adjustable. I believe this is the first year they did adjustable shelves, so that's kind of cool. Depending on what you want to store in there, you can stick those shelves wherever you want. And then you also have the weird spot up there that isn't the most accessible, but they do try to put storage wherever they can find it. So now we're into the garage. You got the D-rings on the floor to anchor down whatever you're going to put back here. That's the little table. It's a little foldable table you can sit down here. The couches are real simple. If you want to bring them up, they just go down like that. That one goes down, and that will actually make into a bed. You could literally sleep 4 or 5 more people out here. And then your controls for back here, that's going to open and close your awning, your vent fan, lift the bed up and down, ceiling lights, and then your rear awning lights. This is the half bath. Not as large as the other, but I can still sit in here. Not bad. A little tight. You got lights in here, fan. No vent in here though. But this is probably not the primary bathroom that you'll be using, unless you use like one for the pee-pee and one for the duty. Keep it smelling good on the inside of your couch. A little bit of storage up there. This is a furnace vent back here, so you can push some heat into the garage area. That there's a 3-season door, so you can open that when you want to load stuff up. Those will slide out, the doors will open up, and then a little more storage up there, and then again that forced AC coming into the garage as well. You can put a TV in the bedroom as well as back here, TV backer location, and by each backer location you're going to have an outlet to plug in the TV, and then if you plug the satellite from the RV park cable into the side of your coach, then you'd go out from here and into the TV. So I've got my wife out here training a new person, so if you see people in the background, that's them. But so this is the rear of the coach. There's your 2 panels again. I didn't set this one up because when they shipped it from the factory they put the doors on the wrong sides, but that's just simply one of my guys pulling these little D-rings and just swapping them out. And then when you want to use it, you take the cable off with that D-ring, and then that door drops all the way down. Now I did set up the other one just so you can kind of see what it looks like set up. And then of course this is how you can get in and out. I believe they give you a little set of steps or something back here that hook back here. And they're really easy to use. There's a little button here you move out, and then it just closes like that. So really easy to do. So overall, man, if you're going to be spending a good amount of time in this thing, it's got everything you need. Obviously plenty of space to put your toys, definitely enough space for 1 or 2 people, and then with the garage, I mean, you could have a few buddies over. But I am going to switch your paperwork over to this unit just because it wasn't really opened and walked through at all. And then again, with the rain last night, somebody left that garage door down in the other one, so I'd rather just avoid that one altogether. I'm going to send this video, upload it, get it over to you, and then I'll send you the buyer's order over as well, and I'll send that all to you in an email. Talk to you soon, man.